Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and in this video, I'm gonna get a little art and crafty on this Donner guitar here. I've been keeping it around just to be a canvas to experiment with some pinstriping. I've always wanted to try pinstriping. I made an order from Roth Paints, Ed Roth Paints, a while back for those candy spray paints that I used on that hand-painted paisley Strat with the aluminum neck. Remember that thing? So anyways, I figured I'm already paying for shipping for those. I might as well throw some pinstriping paint and supplies into the mix and give it a shot. I've always wanted to try it, so this is my opportunity, right? So anyways, I've got my paint here. I've got mineral spirits to clean up if I want to. I have the brush. That is important. And I'm just going to take a stab at this. If it gets really bad, I'll clean it up with mineral spirits and start over maybe. Or maybe I'll just realize that I'm not practiced enough to actually attempt doing a guitar. I've been messing around just kind of like doodling on canvases and, scraps here and there. I think I've got a feel for it, but this could be hilariously bad or it might be surprisingly good. I don't know. I'm always willing to make a fool of myself on camera though, so let's get started and see if I can actually do this. Pinstriping is one of those things that you watch people do it in videos and it looks so easy. They make it look just effortless. But my experience so far is that it's kind of like making tortillas. If you ever tried to make tortillas, it is surprisingly difficult. It's only 2 ingredients. It's corn flour and water, but you have to get the dough to exactly the correct consistency or everything is just wrong. And it seems like there's that element to pinstriping where you have to get like this perfect mix of paint and mineral spirits, and you have to flood the brush with paint just right, and you have to have perfect technique while you're applying the paint. It's kind of intimidating, honestly. I'm a little nervous. Just gonna take the dive. Just gonna make it happen. Might as well, right? Whew. My instinct is to start on the upper bout and kind of wrap around. I don't know if I want to do any big flourishes or anything like that. I don't know if I have the skill, honestly. Man. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. I mean, it's only one line and already I'm critiquing myself. I hate that it's a little too straight here. It's not as curvy as I want. It gets kind of thick through here. It just seems kind of wavy. But now that I've made the first mark, the intimidation factor is less. I can just start diving into it and see where I end up, I guess. I liked where I was going with that. I didn't like where I ended up. I feel like my body angle is all wrong. Trying to figure out the correct angle to attack this while also dealing with cameras is an interesting chore. It's all about holding your hand and your arm correctly, and the guitar is honestly a pretty cramped situation. I probably should have started with something else, but this is a guitar channel, not a something else channel. It's kind of neat. It's sloppy in areas, but I like the lines. I'm gonna get myself in trouble over here. totally sure what I'm trying to do. And I don't like the tip that I've done here. It's neat that you can undo this to a certain extent. That's pretty nice. I feel like I need to go over some of this to make it pop a little bit more, get the line thickness up. That's pretty. I like that. Oh, I'm doubling up the line here. How's this going to end up? Whew. It's honestly pretty damn nerve-wracking. You've got to commit your whole body into guiding the brush. Man, look how sloppy that is. I hate that. But I like where this is going. I don't want to stop. Doing a lot of correcting here. It's probably not ideal. I had too much mineral spirits in the paint mix, and it was starting to bleed around. It's amazing how frustrating trying to get these little points the way I imagine they should be just right. It can be. Nope. Anyone who's watching this who already knows anything about pinstriping is correctly saying right now, wow, this guy is not good. It's my first time. And you're right, I am not good. But I'm also not afraid to try new things. There we go. It's amazing that I was able to come back from that. I'm as impressed as anyone. Going through a lot of paper towels. I kind of like the swirling motion I've got visually here. Like whoosh to a point, whoosh to a point, whoosh to a point. It's a very rotational kind of design here. A lot of sloppiness. Lots of parts where clearly I have not experienced at this. But I'm feeling pretty good about this in the moment, and I'm enjoying myself, and I think that's the important part. I don't like how this doubled up line feels up here. It's a little uneven. I've had to go over the paint a couple times in places to get it the thickness that I want, and it still looks kind of splotchy. Like I was saying earlier, there's a touch required here. There's experience required. It's a lot more difficult than it looks, and it makes me appreciate those really over-the-top pinstripe pieces that I've seen around a lot more. And it makes me appreciate, you know, watching videos of people doing this where it just seems so effortless. Like, man, they must have spent a ton of time building up that skill set. I'm worried about how closed these shapes are here on the back end and how bold the kind of white is versus the paint in the rest of the piece. Taking a bit of a risk here. Reversing the swoosh, the swirl. Sloppy, but I like where it's going. I probably care more about my sloppy brushwork than I care about all the sloppy guitar playing I do on this channel. That's fun. There's something really fun about that. Now I'm just going to start getting crazy now that I've, you know, done something a little bit more wild and broken from this clean line sort of aesthetic that I was doing on the outside. One of the biggest challenges for any artist in any craft, whether it be guitar, painting, illustrating, you know, writing, whatever, is knowing when to stop. And because this is kind of my first time, I'm probably going to pass that up pretty quick. I'm going to do dumb stuff that I wish I hadn't done. But yeah, I'm having fun and I'm, learning. I want to bring a reference to this up here somehow. It's kind of interesting. Kind of showing where a normal pickup selector would be on a Les Paul shape. That's kind of weird. Like it does need something more detailed right there to balance it out. When to stop is still the question. It's the hardest decision to make. There's a lot of messy nastiness around through this. Now that I've got a little bit of experience under my belt, I'm starting to get finer with it. Get finer lines. I'm not getting so heavy and anxious with the amount of paint that I'm applying. That was a weird thing to do. I'm not sure I like that. Aye. I'm getting too wild. I got too much confidence now. It's not deserved. Undeserved confidence is kind of the story of my life though, right? Getting a lot of extra detail here. I can tell you, I think it's too much. I think it's way too much. Yeah, I went too far a while back. But I'm here. Might as well keep having fun. I think I'm going to wipe it all. This was a good first try, in my opinion. I'm sure there's people about to be pissed off that I'm going to wipe it all down. Because everyone thinks they want the thing that they saw get made. But I know I can do better. So what did I learn on this first try? I learned where the edge is, where I start feeling like I've done too much. I've learned not to go so thick with the brush. I've learned a general flow, a visual flow that I like on the guitar. And I've learned that I make a lot of mistakes, and that I'm okay with that. I think getting the right thickness with the paint is probably the biggest issue I'm having right now. This is where I never am able to do it as good again as I did the first time. That's always the fear, right? Already, I'm feeling a lot better than this. That felt good. Way better compared to the first try. Got really close to the edge over here. I felt good and I played it too fast and loose. Now I've got a feel for doing heavy strokes and thinner strokes, which is nice. Feeling a little bit more control over what I'm doing. And I hate it. But off to a good start. Oh boy. I hate how long this is. Kind of wish I had some gold paint to match the knobs. Those are kind of pretty knobs, honestly. Wow, that terminated in a very fine line. Was not expecting to go that fine. I hate that. No. No. I'm using the swivel of my chair. to control that arc. That's cool. Kind of nice doubling back there. Too busy. That is something. I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good about the energy down here. I need some help up here though. It's really thick on that starting line, and then it gets so much finer through here. Almost wonder if I should wipe that. One little flourish up here to contrast against this kind of lightning bolt excitement right there. That's kind of neat because it feels like it's going to come down, and there's some visual tension between those two lines right there. I think it got away from me. That's too much. It's too much. I think the visual tension of this open area here is important. I want to double back with some detail and noise going this way. It's amazing how unhappy I can be with simple lines. What am I doing there? How many times am I going to backtrack? I kind of like the simplicity of it right now. It's got a good energy and a good flow to it. But you know me, I can't leave well enough alone. I feel like a little bit of doubling right there could be interesting. I think a little kind of traditional pinstriping flourish there with the line of the guitar would do a lot. But I've not practiced doing that, so I have no idea what's about to happen. Attempting to do an actual like pinstriping iconic thing, I think is going to get me in trouble right now. But I'm here, I'm doing it, might as well give it a shot. Yeah, that's bad. That does not look good. What do you guys think? You think I should stop right now while it's classy? There's a little bit of busyness through here that I think needs to be reflected better up here to balance it. It really gives me appreciation for the people that do this really well and seem to just have instincts that come from experience and practice and, you know, spending a lot of time doing it, but they have the instincts to just kind of flow with it and come up with solutions that work fairly quickly. Because this feels very challenging to me right now. I like it. I'm having a great time, but it is very challenging. I was trying to get a point there and I failed. Kind of looks like a butt. I just put a butt on it. I might be done. I kind of think I'm done. Every new thing I try on it upsets me in some sort of way. I kind of like the simplicity of where it's at right now. It has a good energy and good flow to it. I clearly don't have the skill to do kind of more complicated themes, but I feel good about the progress I've made. And I feel confident to practice pinstriping on non-guitar objects quite a bit more, and then maybe commit this sort of treatment to a guitar that I actually, want to keep around for a long time, because this is a guitar that is, pretty much disposable to me. It's a cheap Donner that was sent to me to check out. I have no personal investment in keeping this guitar. So what do you guys think? You think I should do more of this? What kind of guitar do you think I should tackle next? I want to get paint on the Squier baritone that I have. I don't know if I want to pinstripe it. I might just want to do a full refin or definish of it. I don't know. Give me ideas. Tell me what you think. I'm looking forward to watching this in the video myself. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. You know the whole deal. Buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.